Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. The Poles are taking the Russian threat seriously. Army-run courses like this, teaching first aid, defence techniques and how to use a weapon, have been running since 2022, when Russia began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine.
Everything that's happening, the situation in Ukraine and what we hear in Poland, each of us should be prepared to know how to escape, how to protect ourselves, how to prepare to take care of ourselves.
Last year, Poland's government spent a whopping 31% more on defence compared to the year before. That's 4.2% of its economy, which measured that way is more than the Americans, who, since World War II, have guaranteed European security until now.
Well, I've said that to them. I said, if you're not going to pay, we're not going to defend. I said that 7 years ago.
About making any changes to
American unreliability has reawakened European self-defence.
The era of the peace dividend is long gone. The security architecture that we relied on can no longer be taken for granted.
Not every country has a booming economy like Poland, so the EU have set up a fund from which countries can borrow to spend more on defence. But not every NATO country is committed to spending 5% of its economy on defence by 2032. Spain, whose defence spending is 1.3%, has asked for an opt-out, arguing it would have to raise taxes, cut public services or fail to meet its climate targets.
Defence spending is extremely unpopular among left-wing voters in Spain. The elections might be in few months, so the government would be more unwilling to approve this kind of defense spending in order to avoid voters' punishment.
But for Russia's neighbours, the threat is very real. Last month, Finland completed the first section of its border fence and joined Poland and the Baltic countries by leaving the anti-mine treaty known as the Ottawa Convention.
Our ambition is, of course, that we have always took the Russian threat seriously throughout the history. That's why we are always keeping our national defence in a good shape.
Compare and contrast those comments with President Trump, who said Russia's G7 expulsion was a mistake. He left that summit early, thereby missing the chance to meet Ukraine's President Zelensky. Maybe that'll happen in The Hague. Paul Hawkins, TRT World.